If you keep forgetting deodorant, chargers, medicine, or your toothbrush, it's probably not because you're careless. It's because you're starting from zero every single time you pack. After 20 plus years of heavy work travel and way too many overpriced airport charger purchases, I stopped repacking the same little things for every trip. Instead, I built a permanent travel kit system. In this video, I'll show you the exact kits I keep packed all the time, what belongs in each one, what should never live in them permanently, and the 5-minute reset that keeps everything ready for the very next trip. Let's get into it. Number 1, the permanent toiletry kit. This one saves you the most time because toiletries are the most annoying things to pack. All those little bottles scattered across 2 different bathrooms. So here's the move. Buy one dedicated travel toiletry bag and fill it with travel-sized versions of everything you used. Toothbrush, toothpaste, deodorant, skincare, shampoo, and conditioner, even a razor. And this bag does not live on your bathroom counter. It lives in your closet, packed, or in my case, in a special bathroom cabinet dedicated to travel stuff and backups. You know, think of like the second bathroom drawer, one that only opens for trips. When you get home, it goes right back on the shelf, still packed. When you become a heavy traveler, you can upgrade to 2 toiletry bags like I have, one for carry-ons and one for checked bags. The larger size of the toiletry bag and the fact that it will be getting checked means that I can bring larger toiletries for those longer international vacations. But the trick? They're both already packed. Now, all I have to do before a trip is identify whether I'm checking a bag or not, and then choose accordingly. Number 2, the permanent medication and first aid kit. If forgetting it would ruin your trip, then it belongs in a kit you never unpack. I have this small pill organizer that I have filled with my daily meds that lives in my personal item. Then, before each trip, I just have to top it up. I can't tell you the number of times I've been on a quick overnight trip where I completely forgot to check my meds and was so grateful that I had already had everything I needed. Some other items you might want to think about keeping on hand, things like ibuprofen, some Band-Aids, blister pads if you're one to wear shoes that may cause blisters. I leave those at home. Motion sickness meds or Benadryl if you're like me and you never know when cross-contamination might cause you to have an allergic reaction. Number 3, the permanent tech kit. Your tech kit should answer one question. If your phone, laptop, watch, or earbuds are dying, can you fix it without digging through your whole bag? Or do you even have what you need in the first place? Here's the thing about cables. They are the single most forgotten item in travel because they're small, they're boring, and they hide. They slip behind the nightstand, they stay plugged into the wall in the hotel room, and they end up in the wrong bag. So, give them a home. I actually have 2 homes. I have my seatback savior pouch where I stow 1 wall charger, 1 cord, and my travel power bank. And I make sure that my wall charger is powerful enough to charge everything from my phone to my laptop. This lets me charge any of the electronics I bring with me on travel day if I need to. Then I have the trusty electronics organizer I have been using for almost a decade to store additional cords and my international adapter, as this Epika international adapter has enough spots so I can charge everything. And both of these bags stay permanently packed with these items. I never have to worry about a dead phone, iPad, laptop, AirPods, or watch ever again. To stress the importance of keeping things perma-packed, I recently invested in this awesome Anker 3-in-1 charger. But it's expensive, it's over $100. But it charges my phone, my watch, and my AirPods with 1 wall block and cord, and it folds up for easy travel. I love it. But because I have yet to buy the second travel-only version of it that will stay perma-packed, and therefore it's something I need to remember to pack in the morning, I still leave my pre-packed cords and adapter in my bag. And I'm only going to swap them out if and when I remember in the morning to pack the Anker 3-in-1 setup. Again, the goal is to have a system that is so simple you are confident you're covered, even on travel days when you might feel a little stressed or scatterbrained, or maybe especially for those days. Number 4, the flight kit, aka the seatback savior pouch, when we talk about the Lux 4-pouch system. Since we mentioned it briefly in number 3, let's now talk about filling out the rest of your seatback savior pouch. This is the pouch you fill with whatever it is you're going to need while on the plane. It's the pouch you pull out of your personal item and stuff into the seatback pouch in front of you as soon as you sit down. What goes in here is going to be different for everyone, but for me, it's my AirFly so I can watch the in-flight entertainment using my AirPods. It's my AirPod necklace so I can secure my AirPods while in flight. This way, when one falls out of an ear, it just kind of dangles there instead of getting lost on the plane. My power bank, the charger block and cord we discussed in kit number 3, and lately I've been including screen spray that comes in a hard container with a wipe since computer screens and iPad screens get kind of nasty. And while I have a super small essentials pouch I clip to my phone to hold my lip balm and hand cream, I know lots of others like to include these items in their seatback savior pouch as well. It's all the stuff you're likely to want during the flight in one pouch that is not only is easy to handle on the plane, but it also keeps it all nicely, permanently packed so it's ready to go on travel day every time. Number 5, the snack kit, or what you've also heard us call the snacks pouch. A delayed flight with the hangry traveler is a problem you can prevent for like about $5. That's the cheapest insurance you'll ever have to buy. Or if you're like me and have allergies, what you bring is sometimes the only safe food you'll be able to find. Keep it stocked with shelf-stable items that you love to eat, and when you get home, restock it. Mine literally sits permanently in the front pouch of my personal item. I also throw a few napkins in there, and now I know anywhere I take this backpack, I have a snack at my fingertips should I ever need. Now let's talk about the question everyone asks. Do I really need to buy 2 of everything? No, you don't. Here's how I think about it. You want to duplicate the cheap, everyday things, the toothbrush, the charger, the deodorant, because they're inexpensive and you'll use both constantly. Transfer the expensive things you only use on trips, the good noise-canceling headphones, the fancy skincare if you don't have travel versions of it yet, the nice silk pillowcase. Those travel with you and they go back on your shelf when you land. If you start traveling all the time like me, then you'll likely start to slowly duplicate the more expensive items, like me in the Anker 3-in-1. I probably have like 3 more trips before I get annoyed enough with packing it that I buy a second. But until that's you, the rule to remember is simple. Duplicate the cheap stuff you'll use every day and transfer the nice stuff you only have one of. Once you split it that way, the whole decision gets easy. And tip, you can laminate a little list of items you know you will need to pack the morning of and just keep it in your bag so that you always remember those last minute grabs. All right, what about the stuff that shouldn't live in the kit permanently? And that would be anything that is expired. Some items aren't completely set it or forget it. Depending on the frequency of your travel and the speed at which you exhaust your consumables, you might need to get in the habit of checking dates. Medications, sunscreen, even your shelf-stable food will eventually expire. You have to check the dates because a kit you never open is also a kit you never notice going bad. Number 8, the 5-minute post-trip reset. And this is the whole point. The reset. When you get home, you don't unpack everything and start over. You spend 5 minutes refilling whatever you used. Toss the empty travel toothpaste, drop in a new one. Charge the power bank, replace the snacks you ate, top off the meds if you're running low. And that's it. 5 minutes and the kit is ready for the next trip before the next trip even exists. Because comp travel doesn't happen because everything goes perfectly. It happens because you've built little systems that help you recover when life just happens. And this reset, it's the system that keeps the system working. So where do you keep all of this? It really depends on the person. So let me tell you my setup and maybe that'll work for you too. My checked bag toiletry kit and my carry-on bag toiletry kit live in the same bathroom cabinet with all of my backup items. You know, the extra shampoo you have stored for like when the one you're using goes out. My electronics bag and my seatback savior pouch live in the same side drawer as all of my extra cords, my travel adapters for the family, the luggage locks. Basically, all the small travel stuff that I'm constantly in and out of on a regular basis is in that side drawer. My snacks pouch lives in the front pocket of my backpack. That thing literally comes with me everywhere. I also keep my travel medication organizer there as well. And finally, I have a bin in my closet where all the larger travel stuff lives, things like my neck pillows and my travel blanket. Then, when a trip comes up, I grab the kits, I drop them in my bag, and I'm more than halfway packed before I've even looked at a shirt. Here's the thing, the kit is the system, and the system provides the calm. You're not packing for a trip anymore, you're just leaving with everything already in its place. Now, time for the recap rundown. Build the permanent toiletry kit. Build the medication and first aid kit, the tech kit, the flight comfort kit, the snack kit. Duplicate the cheap stuff and transfer the nice stuff. Keep the expiring stuff out and do the 5-minute reset when you land. And store it all in one place or easy to remember places that flow naturally with your routine. So the next trip starts mostly packed. Let me know in the comments which kit you're going to build first. Thanks so much for watching and supporting the channel. Subscribe for new tips every week, and I'll see you in the next one.